who's joining me. Thank you for coming back for whatever reason that you've decided to go along this unexpected journey with me in 2025. I know I've been posting adventure videos. This was not an adventure I expected to be on in 2025, but it is an adventure nonetheless. And I'm sure there'll be all kinds of lessons, just as with a hiking adventure or a trip to Boston. It's going to be different lessons for me to learn, and I'm already becoming very aware of that. Before we begin, and as you may recall, the last video that I posted, I was to meet with a surgeon the next day, and that has happened. And some great news came out of it, which is I am stage 1 curable. Fantastic news. We have celebrated appropriately for this because I feel like that is the thing to do. It's appropriate to do. And yes, so let me kind of backtrack a little bit. So again, I posted the day before we went in to meet with the surgeon. I'm not going to share everything around here because the most important news is that it's stage 1 curable. And some of the stuff I am keeping to myself. So more so what I'm going to share is as a decision is made or as something that I feel relevant to share out there, I will share. But some of the stuff I'm going to keep close. And I think this is video 5 or 6. And as of the time I'm recording this, I have not posted anything yet because I am still in the process of expanding my circle. And I want to make sure that circle has been expanded and that people I know and love are aware of what is happening before I put it out here on YouTube. So this is more, I guess, a record of kind of where I'm standing and the emotions that you go through and things that we can do for ourselves. So with that, I went in the next day and met with a surgeon. She was wonderful. My partner went with me, and we learned lots of stuff that we didn't know about this whole process, including that I'm in the surgeon's care and her team until post-surgery. You know, the mass that's in there will come out and go through pathology, and then through that, as I'm healing, I'm going to be turned over to the oncologist. So I didn't even realize that aspect of it. Right now, stage 1 curable, so I have many more options in my arsenal of what I'm able to have done for care, and I'm making those decisions now. So I'm going to keep those to myself for this moment because the decisions have not fully been made, but they have laid everything out in front of me. As far as everybody's, curious, radiation or chemo, whatever. Right now, I'm going to hold that to myself because until the pathology report comes back, the full extent is not fully known. And again, I have some decisions to make. So with, given that information, how has it all gone this last 5 days since getting this news? One, I have chosen to put out there to most people, because my circle hasn't grown since last I talked to you, that it's stage 1 curable, and I will share as more decisions are come up. And that's really it. I have decided to go with that, great news. It's stage 1 curable. And it's interesting to watch human nature and how people respond to that. And I don't know. I just think that's the approach I want to take. Now, Tom knows more. My children know more. So when we got back, I had informed my circle that nobody would receive a call from me other than to say, I'm through it. I'll be in touch later, because I felt very strongly that I wasn't going to tell anyone until I talked to my kids. And the reason being is that as you let things, well, one, they're my children and they deserve to know first. Second thing is that even though I have a very small circle that I've told, now that it's out, those people are going to tell their small circle that they've told, even if that's their own children or what have you. And it didn't feel right for word to spread out this way before my core knew. So people respected that for the most part. And Tom and I sat down with the kids and we had a fantastic dinner, and we celebrated, and we ate too much probably, and we laughed a lot, and I have them involved in my care, in helping select doctors, and we laughed a lot, different doctors that I'm going to need. We've watched their videos, we've looked at their faces, we had laughs over it. And I think that this approach to how I'm dealing with the kids and sharing with the kids, for me, this has worked perfectly. It may not be the right way for everybody, but it is for me. And then after dinner, I was able to start expanding the circle a little bit. But beyond my parents and my immediate family, and maybe one or two friends, I have not shared beyond that yet. That is coming next. I took the weekend off. From kind of talking about it. And what that has done is distanced me a little bit from it, to the point that you kind of forget that this meeting with a surgeon or these other things applies to me. And I don't know if that's necessarily good either. Because last night I had to start filling out a very detailed form, and it kind of bummed me out a little bit, I have to say. I can feel my emotions. Now, some of that could be that, as I mentioned in the last video, I'm perimenopause. I thought I was on the home stretch. I was 4 months without a period, and then Christmas Day it came back, and then it came back last Monday. So I was in the midst of that hormonal kind of wave as well. And I don't know if that's part of it too, but the reality of this is starting to kind of hit me. Yesterday on a Sunday, I received a call that I didn't recognize, so I didn't take it because there's so many spam calls, but it was from our hospital's radiology department, and to schedule my next appointment. And that kind of hit me. And when I woke up this morning, I had to finish, the medical stuff. I had got the call from radiology and had to deal with that and some insurance stuff. And all of a sudden, I have an appointment on Wednesday. Now I have to go to radiology on Saturday morning. And yeah, now it's starting to become a little more real. I still believe everything's going to be fine. I still believe that I have a great team around me. I still believe that, it's all good, that there are lessons in there for me as far as boundaries, using my voice, realizing that as I've kind of switched and been writing and doing content and things like that, I've isolated a bit more, and that I knew for this year I needed to start forming community. And I feel like that's one of the lessons. I wasn't anticipating that the cancer community would be part of that, but I feel like it is. And so I've reached out to the Dempsey Center, and I don't know if I mentioned this in another video, but the Dempsey Center was created by Patrick Dempsey, as we all know as McDreamy from Grey's Anatomy. It was either McDreamy or McSteamy. I think he was McDreamy. And his mom had gone through cancer, because he is a Mainer, and he has created this great this great outlet for cancer patients and their families to go in and receive kind of the softer side of things. So it could be, group sessions. It could be, I tried to sign up for a sound bath one for tonight, but it was already filled, but massage or Reiki or acupuncture or nutritional consulting, and all this is a complimentary thing for cancer patients here in Maine, in the Lewiston area, and as well as the Portland area. And they're about to open a whole new facility near where my cancer specialists are going to be. Fantastic. And I'm like, yeah, so I reached out, and they sent some information this morning for me to go over and do an orientation with them and learn more about their services and them and the support there. I've also, a couple of people, one here locally and one actually out in California, has people that have recently gone through what I'm going through have offered to chat with me. And at first I needed space from it to deal with it how I needed to deal with it. But now I think I am going to reach out and have conversations with those people. And the one here locally actually has the same oncologist that I'll be using. So that's really fascinating. So yeah, it's been interesting. The reality is starting to come forward. I think I'm still a month away probably from surgery. It's not scheduled yet because there's some other things that need to be done. And I think, as I mentioned, I might not have mentioned, we're going away for a few days during the kids' holiday, and it will be scheduled for after that. So I think we're still 4 weeks away from this happening, and depending on what I decide will be the healing process of that. So that's where things stand. I'm still good. I'm a little more mellow than I was last Wednesday night. I was very happy, rightly so, with stage 1 versus the alternative of that so many other people may be dealing with. And I know how fortunate I am for that, and fortunate to have the love and support of the family behind me. And then, this community that I can feel growing, that I think is supposed to be part of my journey with this. And with that, I think I'll probably record again. I'll let you know after Saturday's appointment. I'm sure there'll be some humor there for me, but also some angst as well that I'm going to need to deal with. And we'll go from there. So thank you for being part of this with me. It means a lot. And for anybody out there going through this, or that may have a loved one going through it, I feel for you as well. My son, love your way too. Take care, everyone.